are in listen-only mode.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and homebasedtravelagent.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's very exciting and informative webinar. Our host today is MarketPlace, and as always, we appreciate their support. Our speaker is Jennifer Breedy, Senior Product Manager. Jennifer joined ARC in 2006 as a product manager and has managed multiple products throughout her career at ARC, including ARC Memo Manager and Aero Trend. Currently, Jennifer is responsible for ARC Marketplace and Aerogram. She has over 13 years of product management experience. Jennifer has worked at Nextel Communications as a product manager for BlackBerry prior to joining ARC. She has held various positions in the airline industry, including passenger sales for a carrier, where she was focused on corporate and agency accounts. Jennifer's topic today is From Adrenaline Junkies to Foodies. ARC Marketplace offers something for everyone, and that is just a fabulous subject. I can't wait to hear what Jennifer has to say about that. Please remember that you're all muted, but we welcome your questions. You can type in your questions anytime during this webinar in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. When Jennifer is finished with her presentation, we'll get to as many questions as we can. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Jennifer so she can get started. Welcome, Jennifer.
Great. Thank you, Sandy, so much for the great introduction, and thank you for everyone for joining us today and taking some time out of your afternoon to learn more about ARC Marketplace. And what I'm going to talk about today, as Sandy mentioned, is how ARC Marketplace has something for everyone. We really have something truly to offer all of your different and unique types of clients, and I'm going to cover that pretty in-depth today on the different types of products that we have available to you. So what we offer for your clients, again, are more in-destination experience choices, and I'm going to cover, like I said, a lot of these different options throughout the presentation today. We offer competitive pricing for those products and a low price guarantee for the tours and activities through ARC Marketplace. For you, as the agent, we offer you commission on products that your clients would book anyway. We have an easy-to-use website with no minimum sales requirements. You have access to over 40,000 commissionable products. And I'm going to talk a bit about that, but we are adding products at a really rapid rate. You can access the hottest seasonal tours and activities and feel confident to recommend products from trusted suppliers, as well as provide destination-specific tips to your clients. We can help you with that as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in. I have quite a few slides today, actually, and I do want to leave time at the end for questions. So we offer more in-destination experience choices for your clients. We partner with Viator to offer over 40,000 amazing things to do worldwide. Viator, as I mentioned, is very rapidly adding new product to their product set, and I think pretty soon here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be up to about 50,000 products. So we'll be changing those numbers on the site, updating that. But just to let you know, I mean, to check back often for those of you who do use ARC Marketplace and those of you who do not or have not yet, we hope you will after the presentation today. And I would just encourage you to, again, to check back often because we're really, again, constantly adding new and different things to do. These here that I've listed here, the day tours, the multi-day trips, the private and special access tours, all of these things, I'm not going to read them all off because I'm going to talk more about them in the upcoming slides, but these are just some of the things, different types of things we offer. The first thing I kind of want to lead off with is as far as different product types that we offer on the site, because these are really something unique and different that you can offer to your clients, and I always want to make sure agents know about this, is we have VIP and exclusive tours. Again, these are all through our partner Viator, and I just want to explain a little bit about the difference between these two types of tours and why they're kind of unique and different. The VIP tours offer something special, such as a skip-the-line access to an attraction or special access that might not be available to the general public. One example that I like to use a lot is the Viator VIP Versailles small group tour with a private viewing of the royal quarters. For this particular tour, It's a VIP tour that includes special access to rooms within the Versailles Palace that aren't open to the general public, that most other tours do not have access to. It offers a skip the line portion of the ticket, so when your clients would arrive, they would be arriving, you know, before the queues, when the queues would be there for the line, they would be able to skip that line and get in early ahead of the big crowds. So when they are inside, they can actually tour throughout the palace without so many people and being so crowded. And then the group is a small group. That's the VIP type of tour. And again, that's just one example. We also offer exclusive tours. And what these are is they're only offered through Viator or Viator's partners, such as MarketPlace. So Viator works directly with these suppliers to arrange these exclusive tours. So these are tours that your clients or you will not find anywhere else. One of the more popular exclusive tours that we have run across recently is the Game of Thrones walking tour of Dubrovnik. Those Game of Thrones tours have become very, very popular. And this one in particular being that it's the Viator exclusive tour. And I'll just mention that a lot of the exclusive tours, not all of them, really it's kind of a step above the VIP tour. So a lot of the exclusive tours will include the features that I mentioned about the VIP tours, such as skip the line access. It's usually a small group. A lot of times there's access to, you know, special rooms or special access that most tours don't have access to. So, I mean, that's not the case with every single one, but just in general, that's what these types of tours include. So it's definitely something unique and different that you can offer to your client on our marketplace. So for your adventurous clients, again, we have all different kinds of things that you could offer them on the site. And today, what I'm presenting in my slides is really just a very small look into these different categories here. So I would definitely encourage you to go to the site and take a look for yourself. But some of the things that I pulled out here for the adventurous clients you might have would be skydiving, zip lining, water sports. There's a lot of helicopter and balloon types of rides available. The Big Island Zipline Tour that I pulled out here, Big Island Zipline Tour in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park from Hilo or Kona. This particular tour has 8-line zipline. It's an 8-line zipline tour, and it departs from either Hilo or Kona. It includes lunch, snacks, and dinner at the Volcano Winery, which sounded fabulous to me. They have a private vineyard tour plus a wine tasting. So that one, you know, obviously is the zip line tour itself, but it includes a little bit of something else as well, which is kind of nice. Skip the line tours. I mentioned the skip the line as part of the VIP tours, and certainly for most of those tours do include skip the line. Again, not all of them, most of them. But there are a lot of just skip the line tours kind of by themselves that aren't a VIP tour. So we offer those for a lot of attractions. Here I have outlined a few things here. The Skip the Line Eiffel Tower small group tour, the Schwanstein Castle Skip the Line tour, the Vatican Experience Skip the Line tour. Just so you know, the #1 seller on our marketplace is the Vatican Skip the Line tour. And this one that I have highlighted here is only one of them. There are several different flavors of that particular tour. And that could be the case for other attractions as well, but it certainly is the case for the Vatican. So again, that's something where normally the Skip the Line tours would include all entrance fees. For this particular Vatican experience, that is the case. Your clients would get there, they would be able to, you know, skip the line, not have to stand in the queue. And generally, and again, not all the time, but generally the Skip the Line tours also include just a small group tour. This one for the Vatican, the maximum is 12 people. The one for the Skip the Line Eiffel Tower small group tour, again, it's a small group tour, but the max is a little higher, it's 20 people. There's also things, like I said, I mean, if you go on the site, you'll see, and you can just search on the keyword Skip the Line or for a particular destination. But you'll see these there for a lot of different attractions. I know it's there for the London Eye, for the Louvre in Paris, a lot of the other Paris attractions, and really all different destinations. Family-friendly activities. This is something I'm always interested in because I have 3 young kids, and when we go on vacation, I have to find something that kind of works for all of us. So theme parks are something that, you know, everybody enjoys. So you'll find theme park tickets available throughout the site. Here I have the Universal Orlando, but we also have Disney, we have Legoland, Whitewater World in Australia, SeaWorld, and those are just to name a few. I mean, there's more than that, but those are some of the more popular ones. I pulled out a couple of private tours, or well, one's a private tour, one's not, I guess, but this first one on the top, the private tour, 6-hour family-friendly sightseeing tour of the French Riviera from Nice. That is a mouthful. I know, again, personally I have 3 small kids, so sometimes to do some of these types of tours just is a little bit boring for them. So I think I was looking at these family-friendly tours that are advertised here, and they really try to intertwine within the itinerary activities and adventures to engage children, to really make it friendly for them, where they're not going to get bored, and they're going to be able to enjoy that sightseeing tour just as much as you do. Cooking classes, these are very popular. This is something that is, you know, I think really great, where you can enjoy the local flavor long after you've returned home. You can travel somewhere and learn the authentic cooking of a certain region or destination that you like. This Sicilian cooking class that I have here is a 3-course Sicilian meal at a restaurant in Taormina. It's a 5-hour tour that starts with selecting fresh ingredients at a local market. So I thought that was pretty cool that it starts out where you actually select the ingredients with the chef at a local market, and then you go back to the restaurant to actually make the dishes with the chef. There's one here that's a New Orleans cooking class. This is held at the New Orleans School of Cooking. You can learn the basics of Louisiana cooking from a professional chef. So you can learn how to make the popular things of New Orleans and Louisiana, such as gumbo, jambalaya, and pralines. So I think that's really awesome. You could go and, you know, bring those skills, new cooking skills, home with you. And for someone who's not really into that and just doesn't want to go through that much effort, or really, you know, isn't interested in actually cooking, you can still have a culinary experience without doing the cooking. So there's a lot of these types of activities on the site as well. Again, I mean, what I have here on the slides that I'm showing you today for each of these categories is really just a very small, you know, only a couple things that I've pulled out here. There's really many more on the site, but you'll see a lot of beer and wine tastings. There's a lot of dinner cruises, culinary walking tours, pastries, cupcakes, chocolate. If you, again, use the keyword search on the site, I think you can, you know, enter pretty much anything in there and see what you find. I entered chocolate just to kind of see what was there, and something came up for a chocolate and wine tour, which was in Baltimore, which is not that far from where I live. So I thought, you know, 2 things that I really love are chocolate and wine. Maybe I'll have to go check that out. But here, the one that I wanted to kind of highlight on the screen that I have here today is the Viator Exclusive. Again, this one is a Viator Exclusive tour. This particular one is a private Napa Valley wine train culinary experience from San Francisco. And this sounded really fabulous to me, where your clients would travel by luxury limo van from downtown San Francisco to Sonoma. They would gain access to the Napa Valley Wine Train Culinary Arts Center for a behind-the-scenes tour. And that tour is not available to the public. So again, this is one of those features of the Viator exclusive tours that we offer. They would be first to board the train, and depending on, I think, the date, I'm sorry, it's a season, the time of year, it's either a dinner or it's a lunch. But it's the exact same tour. Otherwise, it's just, I guess, depending on the time of year, it's either a dinner or a lunch. So if it's a dinner, it's a 5-course dinner, and if it's a lunch, it's a 3-course lunch. So another really popular thing that we see is the new trending TV and movie type of tours, and there's a lot of these out there. I mentioned the Game of Thrones walking tour. I think I already highlighted that one in my first slide in the presentation. There's quite a few other Game of Thrones tours out there, and again, those are really popular just because that show is really popular. Harry Potter is another really popular one that we see. This one is a tour of the Warner Brothers studio in London, where the travelers can see costumes, props, and they can learn about special effects, animatronics, see the actual sets from Harry Potter. And then there's one here, the Sex and City Hotspots tour. That one is in New York City, where a tour guide will take you around the city and show you the different hotspots from that TV show. And there's many, many other movie tours. You'll see lots in Kauai, because there's a lot of movies that were filmed in Kauai, so you can see the different movie sites. Jurassic Park, Tropic Thunder, Pirates of the Caribbean were all filmed in Kauai. And you'll also see some of these tours in Miami, Savannah, New York, Los Angeles. So again, if this is something you think you have clients that might be interested in, again, I would look on the site and see what's available. Theater tickets is another thing that we offer. You'll find all different types of theater and show tickets. You're going to see a lot for New York, you'll see a lot in Las Vegas, and then you'll also see a lot in London and in some other European cities. But these are the ones on the screen here I just kind of pulled out for the slide for you to see. But again, if there's something in particular that you're interested in a certain destination, or you think your clients might be interested in, you can certainly go on the site and look and see what's there. One thing I did want to point out about the theater tickets is that you want to pay attention to the terms and conditions for the theater tickets. I will just tell you that most of them are non-refundable. And the reason for this is just the way that these types of suppliers work. So, but you want to make sure when you are looking for these tours that you look on the product page when you pull it up, and it's going to tell you what's included in the tour, what's not included in the tour, and it's going to have terms and conditions there. And so, again, I think you just want to be aware of what those terms and conditions are. And just as a general guideline, most of the time the theater tickets are non-refundable. So I just wanted to make sure you know to look out for that and have that expectation. We also offer city tours. These are really great because, a lot of people might want to either have just a little bit of time in a certain destination, certain city, or they might have a couple days to spend there, but they really want to see as much as they can. So there's a lot of different ways, obviously, that they can do that. We have hop-on, hop-off tours, there's Segway tours, walking tours, bike tours. One thing that I really personally like is the City Pass, and you'll see these for a lot of cities that are available. In my family, we recently took a vacation to Florida back in the spring, and we got the Tampa City Passes, and those were great because they included, what the City Passes do, if you're not familiar with them, is they include a certain number of attractions in that city, and they're good for usually about 9 days after the pass is activated. So if your client has a few days somewhere and there's certain attractions or things they want to go do and see, that might be better than buying the tickets individually, just depending upon what they want to do. But for us, when I was in Tampa, it covered Busch Gardens, the Lowry Park Zoo, the Tampa Aquarium, and the Chihuly Museum, which were all things that we had wanted to do anyway. And it saved us money to buy the City Pass, where we didn't have to buy those separate attraction tickets individually. The other benefit of that, I just will point out, is you don't have to wait in long lines to buy the tickets at the attractions because you already have the City Pass. So that's another, it's not really a skip the line product per se, but it is nice because in crowded times, if there is a line or something like that, you really don't need to wait in line to purchase the ticket. You already have it as part of the City Pass. So shore excursions. For those of you who are booking cruises for your clients and you're looking for shore excursions or pre and post cruise tours, we also offer those on the site. And you'll be able to search for those. If you go into Arc Marketplace and you go under book, you'll be able to search under shore excursions. And it will say, you'll see here, I have the Aruba shore excursion, highlights of Aruba, Seattle shore excursion, pre-cruise sightseeing tour. Generally in the descriptions of the tours, you're going to see, it's going to say shore excursion or pre-cruise sightseeing tour, something like that. And I didn't include the whole product page here just because it would have taken up a lot of room on the screen. But you will, again, on the full product page, which I'll show you a little bit later on in the presentation in a few slides here, it has lists everything that's included, the highlights of that particular tour or activity, what's excluded, the terms and conditions, all of those sorts of things. So you will have that available for these as well. One thing I wanted to point out is the worry-free guarantee that we offer for shore excursions. A lot of the cruise lines will try to scare either agents or your clients into thinking that you guys have to book the shore excursions through them, or if something happens, you're kind of out of luck. So the worry-free guarantee for shore excursions covers tour cancellations due to weather, missed tours due to late cruise ship arrivals or ship itinerary changes, and your clients would be guaranteed a timely return to the cruise ship, and in the event they're not returned in time to board, then transportation would be arranged to the next port of call. So one thing I always like to point out is that most of the shore excursions on the site are covered by this worry-free guarantee policy. However, there are a few that are not. So again, when you're on the product page for shore excursions, you want to just make sure it's going to say under the inclusions. If it is covered by the worry-free guarantee, it'll say worry-free guarantee under the inclusions on the product page. So you just want to look out for that. Again, most of them do offer this, but there are a few that don't. So I just wanted to point that out. So you can access the hottest seasonal tours and activities through our site, again, because we offer so much. We really do have something there for the different times of year, different holidays, different events, that sort of thing. So one of the things that we were recently highlighting was this Paris night bike tour. Summer in Europe is really popular. There's so much to do in the different European cities, and you'll find a lot in the different European cities that we offer. But this was just one thing for maybe some of your more active clients who would like to see Paris by bike. We have the Italian wine and cheese tasting in Rome, the cupcake tour in San Francisco, and then we had the Skip the Line Guinness Connoisseur Taste Experience at the Guinness Storehouse. Again, this is more foodie, culinary types of tours, but these are really popular. This summer is the centennial of the national parks. So we do offer tours to some of the national parks, and again, you can use the keyword search on the site under national parks or the destinations you're looking at to find those. But here I pulled out the Zion and Bryce Canyon National Parks day trip from Salt Lake City. These are two fantastic national parks if you ever had the chance to go, but I know the national parks, because of the centennial, are very busy this summer, and a lot of reservations have already been made, and sometimes it's hard to get in, so you might want to check those out on the site. There's the Volcanoes National Park private tour, and then of course we have the Summer Olympics coming up next month in Rio. So I know if you have clients that are going to Rio, they're going to be very busy with the Olympic events, but there's things to do outside of that as well. And again, for maybe some of those clients that are more adventurous, I kind of pulled out the hang gliding tour from Rio. And for some reason, because it's really hot here in Washington, D.C., this summer bobsled adventure in Calgary, I was thinking of Olympics in Calgary and Winter Olympics. I pulled that out as well. So just to show you some variety of what's available. A new type of product that we have on the site is the Airport Lounge Access. Although it's not super new, it's been there for a few months now, but it's available in nearly 40 airport locations. So this is really great to offer this to your clients if they have a long layover in an airport and you think they might want to be a little bit more comfortable than just sitting out in the gate area. Again, these are offered at nearly 40 airport locations, so again, you can use the keyword search on the site to search for the airport lounges or by your destination. The screen here that I have on the right, and I'm sorry because I know that's a little small, but I just wanted to show you that this is when I was referring earlier to the product page. This is what the product page looks like. So it's going to have the picture up on the top, the name of the tour or activity, and then below it, it's going to have, I mentioned, the highlights. The entire product page, you have to scroll down a little bit, and I couldn't fit the entire screen on my slide today, or it would have been really super small. But again, I just encourage you to pay attention to that product page, read the details, because there really, truly is a lot of really great information there that you would want to know, or that your clients would want to know about that particular tour or activity. The other thing that this one does not have, but that a lot of the product pages will have, you'll see here it has the Details tab. Some of the other ones will also have a Photos tab, and that is where travelers who've been on that particular tour or activity can submit photos that they've taken when they were on the tour. And again, I think, personally, I think that's a great way to just kind of do a little bit more research and see, what people got to see when they were on the tour. In addition to the photos, kind of leads into my next slide here. Viator also has real traveler reviews available. And again, I think those are something that are just a really valuable resource to read through some of those reviews, see what people who've actually been on that particular tour or activity had to say about it. And I like that it's really easy to see. They have a star rating system. It's really easy to see right there what how many stars that particular product received from the reviews. You can see how many reviews it received, how many 5-star, how many 4-star, and so on. So I think that's just a really great resource for you to have. And Viator works with the best, most trusted suppliers. They really are careful about who they work with, because they want their clients and ultimately your clients to have a really great experience. So they have a team of travel insiders who handpick the best local tour and activity providers, and they pre-vet them. So for you, what that means is you can always feel confident that you're recommending these products from a trusted supplier because they've already been pre-vetted. Again, these are just, I added here to the screen. I actually forgot that I had here the additional tabs I mentioned for the photos and then also for the reviews. And then I pulled a few of the reviews out for this particular tour, just so you could get an idea of, what those would look like. But again, you can click on the tabs and scroll through them, both the reviews and the photos. And I would encourage you to do that. So moving on to different other types of products that we offer on ARC Marketplace. We offer ground transportation, and we work with Car Trawler to offer rental cars. These are offered both domestically in the United States and internationally in 174 countries. They're very competitive rates. They're easy and fast to book on the site, and Car Trawler works with more than 1,600 car providers. So Car Trawler is a car rental aggregator. So again, they work with more than 1,600 car providers. When you put in the location that you're looking for the rental car and the dates, it's gonna, your search will reveal what options are available with the different suppliers, the different car types, that sort of thing. I've personally booked rental cars for my vacation, and I have found that the rates are very competitive. We also offer airport transfers, which I know are very popular as well. Just because your client's traveling doesn't mean they always want to rent a car, especially, depending on where they're going. If they're in a big city or maybe internationally, they just don't want to do that. but they need to get from the airport to their hotel or to wherever they're going. So we do offer transfers. Those are available through Viator. So through the Viator content for tours and activities, you'll find quite a lot of options for transfers. Coming soon, we are going to be adding Super Shuttle and ExecuCar to our marketplace. I don't have a date yet, launch date yet for when we're going to do that. In fact, it's probably going to be more towards the end of this year. But I did want to just let you know that that will be coming. I think most people are pretty familiar with Super Shuttle. It's the blue van. It's the shared ride service they offer. Most people might not be as familiar with ExecuCar. This is also offered by Super Shuttle, the company, same company. But ExecuCar is an affordably priced personal sedan service, and it offers upscale private transportation to and from the airport. It's more comfortable than a cab and more cost-effective than a limo. That's kind of their their value proposition for the ExecuCar. Again, I've personally taken this, and it's a really great service, and I really have enjoyed taking it. I've taken it on several trips. So once they are online, I would definitely recommend booking them. And I'm not sure yet of the commission levels that we will offer with them. Once we have more information on that, we will let everybody know. So in addition, we also offer travel documentation. We offer passport services, and we work with a company called CIBT, or Visa Central, which is a CIBT company. We offer discounted rates on a full range of passport services. So this could be a new passport, a renewal, a lost or stolen passport, a child passport, a name change, a damaged passport, a passport card. Those are becoming a lot more popular. A second passport renewal, those are really popular for a lot of business travelers who travel a lot. And of course, expedited services. So we offer those on the site for you as well. And also then Visa services, again, offered through Visa Central, a CIBT company who is our partner for Visa services. They're fast and easy to obtain the visa for your clients on the site. You may not know if your client needs a visa or not, and one of the things you can do on the site is easily check to see if a visa is even needed. You would simply go to Arc Marketplace, go to Book, you would go to Documents, and then go to Visas, which is going to bring you to this visa page here. And if you click on Book It, this screen, the black screen here, will pop up where it says Need a Visa. You'll enter in where the traveler has a passport from, state of residence, where they're traveling to, and the reason for their trip. And then you would click Submit, and the system's just going to let you know if a visa is required or not. So, and if it is, we can help you with that. And you can start the process right there online. So again, kind of back to Arc Marketplace, what's in it for you as a travel agent? We've talked about how you can access over 40,000 commissionable products on the site, including the hottest seasonal tours and activities, how you can recommend products from trusted suppliers, and get commission on products your clients will book anyway. We offer an easy-to-use website with no minimum sales requirements, and I'm going to talk a bit about that in just a minute, kind of getting started on the site. And then also how you can provide destination-specific tips. And I will cover a few additional things in the presentation, just a couple of tips and tricks for booking. And for those of you, well, most of you probably have a website, how you might be able to use Arc Marketplace on your website as well. So let me just cover the different commission rates for the different types of products that you can book on Arc Marketplace. For activities and tours, and for shore excursions, these are the content that we offer through our partner Viator. The commission for these is up to 10%. And let me explain that a little bit, why I say up to 10%. So you would earn a 6% base commission on all activities and tours or shore excursions that you would book through Arc Marketplace. If you are an Arc participating or accredited agency, then you have the opportunity to earn up to an extra 4%. and that would be through our quarterly bonus program, which I'll talk about in just a minute. The car rentals, you would get paid 5% commission. And those, again, are the car rentals offered through our partner, Car Trawler. For the visas and passports offered through our partner, Visa Central, the commission on that to you is 15%. And then we also do have hotels on the site through our partner, CCRA. You can earn up to 15% commission booking hotels, or CCRA has quite a few different rate types and commission levels. They also offer net rates where you can set your own commission. But though I just want to point out that the commission for hotels is paid directly by CCRA. For the other products, so for the activities and tours, the car rentals, the short excursions, and the passports and visas, those are paid directly by ARC. So I'm going to talk for just a minute about our quarterly bonus program for those of you who are ARC participating agents. Again, you can earn up to an extra 4%. This is when booking the Viator content only. The way this works is within 1 quarter, it's based on your sales. So as an example, in say first quarter of the year, so say January through March, you book just over $2,000 in sales for activities and tours, Viator content on our marketplace. Then you would be earning the extra 4%, and you would get paid for that in April. The way that it works for the regular commission, let me just go back. For the regular commission for activities and tours and short excursions, and what I mean by that is the 6% base commission, so you earn that on everything you book. And then for car rentals and passports and visas, again, the products that are paid by ARC, the way it works is we pay out commission every month, and you would be paid on these the month following travel. So we would pay you the month following travel. The quarterly bonus is a little bit different, and then that's based on sales that you did in a particular quarter, and then you're paid for that the month following the end of that quarter. So in first quarter of the year, it would be based on sales January through March, and you would get paid in April. So it's really easy to get started using the site. We do not have a login, so there's no need for you to have a username or password. You can simply just go to arcmarketplace.com and get started. The site's really easy to use. If you are an ARC agency, again, you participate with ARC, you have an ARC number, active ARC number, your agency does, you can simply go to the site and start booking. And when you get to the checkout screen, there's going to be a section there that's going to ask for your agency details. You're going to want to be sure to enter your name, your email address, your agency name, and then your ARC number. And that's how we know that you made the booking and we can pay you commission. For ARC participating agencies, we already have the information that we need, the banking information, because you already participate with ARC, to be able to pay you. For agencies who are not ARC participating agencies, you can still use ARC Marketplace. Any travel agent can use ARC Marketplace. But what you need to do is you need to sign up for an ARC Marketplace ID. It's really easy. You can just go to our site, and you can go to arcmarketplace.com, and either under Learn on the top of the navigation, or on the top right, it'll say Sign Up. You would come to this page, and then you would click on the orange Sign Up button here on the left. It's just a very short online form where you would enter some very basic information about your agency. You can submit that. You can either request a specific ARC Marketplace ID number that you want to use, or we can generate one for you. Either way works. So once you do that, you can start booking once you have your number. And again, it would be the same thing that I just mentioned. When you go to the checkout screen for whatever you're booking, there's going to be an agency details section there. You're going to want to be sure to enter your name, your email address, your agency's name, and then your ARC Marketplace ID. And then at that point, there's one other additional thing we need from you. Once you register online, that's kind of step one to get that ID, our Marketplace ID number, the second step is there's a form that you will need to fill out and fax or mail back to us. And that is a financial information form that would include your banking information. And the reason for that is, again, we need to be able to pay you your commission. So we need to have your banking information to be able to pay you. So it's really not as complicated as maybe I made it sound. It's super easy, and it shouldn't take very long to get that set up. And it's a one-time setup, so you set that up once, and once you've done that, then you're all set. You can just keep booking, and we'll keep paying you your commission for your bookings. Another feature on the ARC Marketplace website that I think I mentioned a little bit earlier is how you could provide destination-specific tips to your clients. We offer this on the site. If you go under Book and then City Pages, we have pages here for the top 12 destinations that agents are booking on ARC Marketplace. So these are the top cities that are being booked. Each of these city pages will have more information for you. It's just a quick and easy way for you to do some research on those particular destinations if you would like. It'll tell you the top 10 things to do in those destinations. We have videos of tours and activities that are available, which might give you some ideas. There's some travel tips. There's suggestions for things to do in one day. So you might have clients who have a short time in a certain destination and they want to see as much as they can. So we have some specific suggestions for these destinations of what they might be able to do in one day. Another thing I just wanted to kind of point out is how you can just be in the know, stay up to date with industry trends, events, travel ideas, and latest seasonal products. We offer our ARC Marketplace blog. Again, if you go to the website, arcmarketplace.com, and just click on blog on the top navigation, it'll take you there. We're posting there about 3 times a week. You'll see new posts. So we have a lot of different information there, and I would encourage you to go check that out. We also have a Twitter account, a Facebook account. We have our newsletter, and you can sign up for that. If you go to arcmarketplace.com, just go to the home page and scroll down towards the bottom. You'll see the newsletter sign up. We send the newsletter out once a month. So I promise we won't spam you with a bunch of email. It comes out once a month, and then you might see a flash sale or two a month, but we're not going to send you a ton of emails. But again, that's just an easy way to kind of keep up with the latest and greatest. I mentioned how you might be able to have your website work for you. We offer what we call our ARC Marketplace affiliate program. This is available for tours and activities and also for cars. This is where you can put a banner on your website with a link, and it lets your clients book directly, and then you earn the commission. And it's the same commission as if you would have booked it for them on ARC Marketplace. So this is a really great opportunity if you have a website for you to let that work for you. And lastly, in the presentation, I just wanted to cover a few booking tips and tricks. These are a couple of the things we get asked about the most from agents. So this may come up in the FAQs. Maybe I can just help with this kind of up front. But I talked about a lot of different product types and things that are available on ARC Marketplace today, and specifically focused a lot more on the tours and activities and the different products that are available. So I mentioned a couple times using the keyword search, so I just wanted to point that out. If you go to the site and go under Book and then Tours and Activities, it's going to bring you to our main Tours and Activities page, and you're going to notice this throughout the site, whether you're going to Tours and Activities or shore excursions or car rentals. You're going to see kind of in the middle of the page a Let's Get Started box. Well, that's the search box, so that's really kind of where you start your search. For tours and activities, you would enter in the country or a region or city and then the dates here. If you wanted to do a keyword search, which again, I really personally love doing the keyword search because you can really narrow things down a bit better, you would use the blue button that's up here on the right top corner, and you would get this black box that opens up that says Let's Get Started. and it's going to be highlighted to tours and activities. You can easily toggle between short excursions and car rentals, but for now, with the keyword, I'm talking more for tours and activities. You can, again, search by country, region, or city, and then the dates, very similar to what's offered here on the activities and tours homepage, or you can use a keyword. And it's this box right here, and it might be hard to see on your screen, but I typed in Paris VIP tours. So you can get, more specific about what you're searching for and use that key. This is what I mean by the keyword search that you can use there. I mentioned earlier the product pages, and just wanted to kind of reiterate that here, how important it is that you really look at what's there and read through it. There's a lot of information there. We get a lot of phone calls in our customer care center from agents who have questions before they book, which is fine. We're happy to answer your questions. A lot of times, though, the information they're looking for is right here on the product page. So you'll see what's included, what's excluded, any additional or important information. It's all going to be right there on the product page. I mentioned identifying yourself in the checkout screen with your ARC Marketplace ID or your ARC number. And this is just a screenshot of what that looks like. Again, for the tours and activities, it'll look similar for the rental cars and the passports and visas. But here we just have your travel agent details. This would be where you enter in your number, again, your ARC number or your ARC Marketplace ID, your travel agency name, your agent name, agent email, and then for the tours and activities, you have an option of where the confirmation email would go, whether you want that to go to you only or to your customer only or to both you and your customer. I always recommend that you select agent and customer, and that way you both get that confirmation email, which was going to include the voucher that your clients will need to go on the tour or activity. The other question that we get a lot from agents is how do I book a group? And I wanted to kind of very quickly run through this because I know we have about 15 minutes left and I want to save time for questions. But we get this question a lot, so I'd like to include it in the webinar. But group bookings for activities and tours may need to be booked in multiple bookings depending on the size of the group. Generally, the maximum size for one booking is 9 travelers. The multiple bookings can be tied together by inputting comments in the special request box on the checkout page. And I'll quickly show you what that looks like. I'm just going to walk through it with a couple screenshots. So this particular activity is the Cancun Airport VIP Lounge Access. And what you would do is after you're on the product page, you decide, okay, I want to book this. I need to book it for a group of 30 in my example. You would select the travel date, and then you're going to enter the total number of travelers. In this particular case, it goes up to 15. So 15 is the max. Again, most of the tours and activities you see, it'll vary, but for the most part, the max is going to be 9. So what you do is you're going to fill out, you're going to add them to your cart, fill out the checkout screen, all the details, but the one area that I just wanted to point out is under the tour and activity details, you're going to see a special requirements box. So what you want to do here is just add a comment. And again, in this example, if I'm booking a group of 30 people, it would be done in 2 bookings because it's 15 people max. So this is a group booking of 30 people done in 2 bookings. So I would make that comment, and then I would complete the first booking. And what's going to happen is then you're going to receive the confirmation email, you or your client or both of you. I recommend, again, especially if you're doing a group booking, have it sent to you as well. So you're going to receive that. You're going to receive with that a booking reference number. And so what you want to do then is just repeat the same thing. Go back to the product page, select the date, the number of travelers. In this case, I would select my second 15 for a group of 30. And then I would, again, put it in the cart, go to the checkout screen, go back to the special requirement box, and just make another notation. This is a group of 30 people done in 2 bookings. This booking is tied to booking reference number, and because you can add that there because you're going to have the booking reference number from the first booking. And what this does is it just lets the supplier know, Viator and the supplier know that, hey, these 2 bookings are tied together for a group. So really, really quickly, I'm just going to have a couple of slides on Travel Connect, which is ARC's travel conference. It's going to be held in DC, Washington, DC in October. We have a lot of different companies, 155 companies in the travel industry who attend. So it's agencies, airlines, GDSs, and then we have additional companies who attend as well. And here's just a list of some of the previous attendees. These are some of the keynote speakers that will be here this year. So if you're interested in possibly attending ARC Travel Connect, feel free to reach out to me directly or go to our ARC corporate site. It's arccorp.com. There's information there. But I did want to just let people know that it's a conference that ARC is hosting, and it's something that, I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of. So Sandy, that concludes my presentation. So I think we can open it up for questions.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jennifer. That was really awesome information. You really have so many bases covered with ARC Marketplace. It's great for both our clients and us agents. We do have a lot of questions. I want to just mention to our agents on the call that if we don't get to your question, or if you think of something after the webinar is over, Jennifer has her contact information up on the screen now. So jot it down, make a note, and you can always email her or give our Marketplace a call with your questions. Some of the questions that came in were very specific to a particular travel agent or agency. So in the interest of time, we won't be asking those, but do get in touch with ARC if you have if Jennifer didn't answer your question. We had quite a few questions on commissions, Jennifer, and I know that you answered those. So let's take a few of these remaining questions. The worry-free transportation, worry-free guarantee. Some of our agents have noted that transportation is included, but are there hotels or other costs included in that? Well, food costs or whatever.
That's a great question. So I am not specifically aware of food costs that are included, but that is something I can find out.
Okay, and Jennifer will be getting a list of these questions, so she can get back to you with the answer to that one. You mentioned car services and van services. Are they equipped to handle physically challenged clients as well?
So I guess the answer to that would probably depend upon the supplier. I mentioned we have a couple different options, I guess, with that. With Viator, Viator works with a lot of different suppliers, so you're going to find that they have a lot of different suppliers that they're working with. So I think it's really going to be on it really depends on the particular product that you're looking at and which supplier. If you have a question about a particular one, I would just encourage you first to go check that out on the product page and see if the information's there. Generally, that should be there. And if it's not, feel free to contact us. I have our number here for our customer care center, and we can find out for you.
Okay, excellent. Is ARC Marketplace open to agencies outside of the U.S.? And are there BDMs in Canadian cities, for example? And if somebody is wanting to join ARC Marketplace, if you can do it outside of the U.S., do they do it the same way as a U.S. agency?
So that's a great question. Yes, absolutely. Any travel agent can use arcmarketplace.com. So you don't have to be based in the United States. If you are based out of the United States, though, that would mean that you would need to sign up for an ARC Marketplace ID that I mentioned in the presentation, because as far as ARC accreditation and participation in ARC itself goes, that is only for U.S. agents. So for the product, the website that I reviewed today for ARC Marketplace, to book the products and earn the commission, certainly you can do that. You would just need to sign up for the ARC Marketplace ID. And it's really an easy process to do online. Again, you can feel free to reach out to me directly or to our customer care center if you need some help walking through that.
Okay, excellent. Are agents able to add a service fee or mark up the cost in any way?
So that's another great question. So not directly in Arc Marketplace. So not for within this checkout process that we have on Arc Marketplace. However, for agents who are in the U.S. and are Arc participating agents, Arc does offer another product, which is our travel agency service fee, or our Agent's Choice product, where you can add a service fee. So it's a separate product that you can use to add a service fee. It's not connected to Arc Marketplace, but you could use that. And again, if you need more information on that, feel free to contact us.
Okay, great. Is there a way to narrow down the tour option search to private tours only?
You could use that in the keyword, although I guess depending on if you're looking for something in a particular destination, I think the more you can add to that, probably the better. As an example, if you're going to San Francisco, your client's going to San Francisco, say private tours in San Francisco, something like that. For a destination, I would just recommend probably using the keyword search for that.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. We have time for just a couple of more questions. And again, if we don't get to your question or if you think of something later, Jennifer has her contact information on the screen right now, and also the website, or I guess the Arc Marketplace blog. So that's also a source of great information. A couple of our agents are asking if you could repeat the dates of the Travel Connect conference here in DC.
Sure. Let me just go back to that slide. So it's October 6th and 7th. And again, if you wanted to find out more about that or to register, the easiest way would be to go to ArcCorp. It's arccorp.com. That's our corporate website. And the information's there. Or certainly, you're welcome to contact our customer care center.
Okay, thank you. And our last question, and I'll be in big trouble if I don't ask this, is there any method of getting travel agent rates or discounts for any of the tours that you present in Arc Marketplace?
That is a great question, and unfortunately, the answer to that is no. We don't have a travel agency rate. However, if you book something for yourself, you can still earn the commission on that. So, you would be getting that, if you're earning 6% commission or 10% commission, depending on what you're earning on the tours and activities, you'd be getting that as a discount per se. It would just be we'd be paying you the commission.
Okay, great answer. Thank you. I'm afraid our time is up. Our host today for this wonderful webinar has been Arc Marketplace, and our speaker has been Jennifer Breedy, Senior Product Manager for Arc Marketplace. Jennifer, as always, this was fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thanks again, everybody, for taking time out of your day, and I hope that you'll check out Arc Marketplace. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I want to add my thanks to our agents for being with us today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.